Yay! Okay, hi guys, hey everybody, hey kids, what's up? It's really windy right now. Look at this magical... So we're here with the 2018 Lexus LC500 and Jake!
Hey everyone.
And...
So, as Lucy probably explained to you, this is the 2018 Lexus LC500. It's a car I've been really excited to drive for a long, long time. Ever since I first saw this car at the Detroit show 2 years ago, I guess at this point. Seth has already driven it, but this is the first time that most of us here in Detroit get to check it out.
Sorry it's so windy, guys.
Yeah, it's really windy. We'll get in the car soon, but I'll try and yell.
It sounded really good when you started it, by the way, so maybe we want to do that a couple times.
Yeah, so this is the sort of the newest sports coupe from Lexus. Really incredible styling. When I saw this car at the auto show for the first time, I thought, oh, that's a concept. It'll never look like that.
That's so beautiful.
But it really does look like this. I don't know that gray is the best.
Oh, you really like it.
I think it pops more when you have that nice metallic red that they had on a lot of the show cars. But really, really aggressive design. Big, long hoods, really aggressive haunches in the back. Big wheels and big brakes. Lots of nice cooling.
Big wheels and big great brakes.
This awesome, profile.
I can't hear you at all.
Okay. It just looks really good.
Yes,
big
Crispin,
exhaust.
it is very windy.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to hop inside real quick and show you guys the interior.
Let's go inside really quick. Will you start it up, rev it real quick, so maybe you guys can hear that before we go inside. Beautiful! Ooh, look at this velvet.
And there's a little spoiler on the trunk we can show you.
There's a spoiler. Ooh! Oh, cute little pop-out handles. So the door is obviously... Oh. Sorry about the wind noise, guys. I know, I'm aware.
Okay, so I'm sorry that you guys couldn't hear us. Super windy outside, so we'll just go from in here and explain what the car is. So the Lexus LC500, a great looking car, really fabulous interior as well. I love everything from this like purplish, maroonish Alcantara here, really driver focused cockpit, really sporty. The car itself,
Look at the back seats.
it has back seats.
It almost reminds me of the Vatican.
So like a Porsche 911, it does have back seats. I wouldn't want to sit there. You could sit there, you could throw bags back there, but I think ultimately most people would consider this a two-seat car, right? When you look at how cramped it is back there.
It's not fit for a car seat, maybe.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, is it velvet up here too?
Yeah, I think this is Alcantara that's on the headliner. Feels really, really good. Everything in here feels really good. Lots of leather, lots of nice touches.
Carbon fiber, if I saw correctly.
Yep.
Carbon fiber.
So, what this car is, though, this is sort of a Porsche 911 or maybe Jaguar F-Type kind of competitor from Lexus. Performance car. This is the LC500 with a 5-liter V8. There's a hybrid one too, but we don't have that one right now. And a 10-speed automatic transmission. It really is a performance car first and foremost, but it's still a Lexus, so it still has to be sort of comfortable and luxurious.
Who did the angry face? Why are you mad?
You don't have to be mad when you're in this car. So we can talk about it some more, and maybe we can try and check it out from outside when there's a little bit less wind noise going on.
Sounds good to me.
So I've never driven one of these cars before.
You haven't driven it yet?
No.
Oh, okay, guys, this is Jake's first time driving the Lexus LC500.
Yeah, I couldn't even figure out how to turn the radio volume down. This is the volume knob here. It took me a second to figure that out. So up here, the steering wheel has a lot of controls on for the safety features and the radio and navigation and so on. Then I have a dial up here for my driving mode.
I'm getting a lot of angry faces now.
Why? Okay. Alright. I have a driving mode button here. I have normal, comfort, eco, sport, and sport plus. I think we'll probably start off in comfort and see how Lexus-like it is. And over here I have a snow mode, which fortunately we don't need to use.
Let's go straight to sport.
Straight to sport?
Yeah.
we can go to...
Now I'm getting just like a flurry of angry faces.
It's almost like people are just doing it to annoy you.
I like it. I like it. Stay mad, guys. Are we in sport mode?
We're in sport mode.
Okay.
Can you tell from how sporty it is? So the red line on the engine at the moment is now at only like 5,200 RPM because the engine is still cold. So like a lot of high performance cars, hopefully that's going to move up this week. Warm up the engine a little bit. Has anyone asked how much horsepower this car makes?
Oh, I haven't. Hey guys, you guys want to know how much horsepower this car makes? Because we're going to tell you.
Too bad, they're going to find out. So, a 5-liter naturally aspirated V8, there's no turbos, and I think it's 471 horsepower and 391 pound-feet of torque. I know Seth's going to be disappointed if those numbers are wrong, but I think that's what it is.
Wait, say it again.
471 horsepower and 391 pound-feet of torque. So not as much torque as maybe we're used to from turbocharged engines that are in this car's class, but
our Chris's are Chris Smith doesn't like the front and is making that very clear.
Okay.
Chris Bruce says Chris Smith is crazy. It looks fine.
So I'll weigh in. I'm not a huge fan of that Lexus grille that are on a lot of Lexus models now, but I think it really works on this car because the whole nose is so swept baggy, and we'll have to look at this car outside and see what we think in a second.
The engine is super quiet from in here. Okay, just kidding.
It picks up once you get into the throttle. So yeah, if we go down to, however I do it, comfort mode, the car does seem pretty quiet, the steering is pretty light, and
It's boring.
It's maybe a little bit more Lexus-like, it's kind of dual personality. And you go up to Sport Plus.
Chris Smith says, I am crazy, but I'm also right. Look, I like the front grille. I do. I will say, as a woman, it does appeal to me in the way that, in the way that like a really elegant armchair would appeal to me.
Okay.
I think it's elegant. I think it's beautiful.
So we still can't use all the revs from the
Howard,
car,
this is not a hybrid, this one that we're in right now.
So there is a hybrid, the LC500H.
Yes.
We have a review of that at motor1.com, but right now we're in the the full fat, the red meat and potatoes 5-liter V8.
Oh, I see. Howard says 100K for 3.5 liters and 118K for hybrid, sort of pricey. That is just the one that's linked in the article. That is the most expensive version. So, that's when you get all the chutzpah.
Yeah, so the base price for this LC500 is $93,000.
Oh, wait, that's still a lot. I see what you mean now.
And then, yeah, fully loaded, it's about $108. It's pretty quick. It sounds good.
Yeah.
It's nice to have a naturally aspirated V8 sound that isn't muffled by turbochargers. I think it's a more exciting sound than some of this car's competition.
Thank you, Chris Bruce, for the fact check. 5 liters starts at 92,000.
92,000.
Yeah.
So close, Chris. So right in
Jason says worth it though.
Right in sort of the price range that you'd pay for a 911 Carrera or something like that. And this car looks unbelievable. It looks so insane, unlike any other car that we drive normally. So I think a lot of what you're paying for is that. It's a very different type of car.
Let's find a spot where we're coming up on our favorite parking lot.
Are we? Which way is it?
I don't know. I don't really know where it is. You know what I'm talking about? The one we took the Alpha to.
Yeah, I just don't know exactly where that is.
We are slightly misdirected. I believe it's somewhere near our Whole Foods route.
Yeah, it's down on a couple of blocks over this way.
We're getting a lot of... Sheldon says the paddle shift seems a little slow in shifting.
Yeah, so let's let's put it back in manual mode. I have 10 speeds to choose from. It's a 10-speed automatic, which seems like a lot for any car, but there's a lot of cars now with 10-speed automatic transmissions, so we can give you guys a demo when we accelerate. I'll put it in Sport S Plus mode, and you can judge for yourself the shifting. I do want to say, I think it's remarkably comfortable. These roads are really horrible, and yet I don't think it was that punishing over the
It
bumps
really
back there.
wasn't. It
Warren
really
is
wasn't.
a really not in good condition road, but overall I think it was pretty good.
HP asks, does it come with semi-autonomous driving mode?
So I do have lane keep assist and adaptive cruise control, but not like some of the features that you'd get in a Mercedes where it can steer itself and drive itself, not that advanced.
That leads into Rashid's question. Drive a Mercedes V8, better sound, more equipment. Hold on, let me see the just better. Well, that seems a little biased.
I think that guy is a Mercedes fan and just wants us to tell us that Mercedes is great. You know, there's a very different engine than those AMG engines. Those have turbocharging and are great and have way more torque than we would get normally. So that's the lane departure warning.
We departed from the lane.
Otherwise, we were gonna arrive into that car that was parked there.
Yeah, I can't find the parking lot. Jason asks, does it drive smooth? It is driving quite
so
smooth.
very smooth. The throttle tip-in is really progressive and smooth, and that's helped by having a naturally, not having turbos that you wait for and have an unpredictable throttle response from. And I think the steering is very smooth, and overall, it's definitely a very serene performance car. Is it on this street, Lucy?
I don't know. I think it's on off of Mac.
We'll go over to Eastern Market.
You guys were.
We'll just go over to Eastern Market.
James Barry said. James Barry says Mercedes won't run after 100,000. New motors are junk, and I love Mercedes. I'm not biased. Okay.
Yeah, sure. For now, I just want to focus on the Lexus. I really like the sound of this engine. I really like its responsiveness. But I also like that Lucy and I really aren't being beat up at all driving on these roads. This car's super easy for me to drive. I've got a really good view out forward and everything. Even a pretty big view backwards, considering that this is sort of that classic sports coupe shape, which often means you can't see a thing out of the back of the car.
Ryan asks, can you launch it?
So not right now in this urban traffic, but we're gonna pull over and give you guys a better look. If I had taken the correct exit, we will give you guys a better look at what it looks like from the outside.
Should we park in the hospital parking lot?
I'm just gonna go into Eastern Market. I just was having too much fun driving. So I really like the driving position. Pedals are right in front of me. This big tachometer is right in front of me.
Ooh.
Racy. It looks a little bit different, I guess, in the different driving modes. In Eco, it's just less exciting, and in Sport Plus, it has red, racy stuff and racy accents.
Howard asks, why would I spend almost 2 times more over a Q60 Red Sport 400 all-wheel drive with 400 horsepower?
Okay, so yeah, the Q60 Red Sport, which I don't think is quite half the price of this car. I think it's a little bit more expensive than that. Is a really nice car, but it doesn't look like this. I think to the average person, it just looks like another. Oh wow, we're probably not going to go that way. There's a giant.
Let's just go over there.
We'll go over by Whole Foods. It's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so I think part of what you pay for this car is it looks insane. It looks so much more exciting to me than the Q60 Red Sport, which is a good car, but it just looks like any other, sports sedan you might be able to buy. I don't think we're going to make it over that gap in pavement.
I don't know if you guys can see that gap in pavement.
The road is kind of under construction there. Okay, so
it's like we're in Detroit or something.
What you pay for, I think, is that you have this really lovely interior that you can't get in any other Lexus model.
I like that I'm like cut off from you.
Yeah, well, this is so you can hold on and grab tight while we're driving intense. In fact, actually, you have 2 of those handles, so you can really get buckled in place when we drive intensely around the Nürburgring or something.
Matthias, the ride has been very nice, surprisingly.
Totally, very comfortable. We can go to comfort mode now, or eco mode now, but the car's also really quiet. I'm not hearing much from all these other cars around. Obviously, the engine gets loud when we, above like 3,500, 4,000 RPM, it starts to get a little bit loud. But now,
I just love how like
minimalistic
the interior is. I just like how, because in, for example, a BMW, there's a lot going on. There's
I mean, I don't know if I would call this steering wheel minimalistic. I have a lot of buttons.
Oh, I'm not looking over there. I'm just looking right here. I'm like, it's simple, clean.
So we're gonna find somewhere to pull over and walk around the outside.
What do the other buttons do?
So over here, I have the traction control off and the snow mode button. Here are my driving mode buttons. Over here, I have buttons for the head-up display. Oh, which was turned off. So I have a little color head-up display in front of me now. Here I have this really elegant radio volume button and other controllers, and then I have the touchpad for the navigation system, which I totally hate in this car. I was just driving another Lexus with the touch system. It's so distracting to try and use it while driving, because you kind of have to look, and even though it has this haptic feedback so you can feel where the buttons are, to me it just doesn't work anywhere near as well as a rotary dial or a touchscreen. Those are what I really prefer using.
Who was it that asked, Usaid, any resemblance while driving to the LFA?
So unfortunately, I never drove an LFA, but this car is definitely that car's successor, right? That was a crazy V10 car, you know, old carbon fiber and so on. And this is really the spiritual successor, but a lot less expensive and perhaps a little less extreme. I think there's probably room above this car for a really, really high performance like LC500F or LC500R model. Find some spot to show you guys the outside that you couldn't see before. And yeah, exactly.
I think right here is fine, maybe.
How about right here where there's a couple parking spots?
Yes.
I really hope that guy doesn't back into me. That'll really wreck my day.
People are loving the
Very
car.
impressed with what I'm curious about.
Woo! Okay, let's look at it from the outside.
You guys want to hear the engine again real
Yes!
quick? Yes! He goes outside?
Okay, wait, from the inside or from the outside?
From the outside, so you can hear.
Okay.
Is that a new one?
It is. It's the LC500. It's the new flagship. It's out. Yeah.
I haven't seen this. Is this taking the place of the other sports car there, the two-seater that they stopped?
Let's ask the expert here.
All right. Oh, wow.
Jake, we have a question for you.
Okay.
Hey, how you doing, Jay?
He's a Lexus man.
I'm G.
Hey, how's it going?
Does this take the place of the other two-seater sports car that they?
The LFA?
Is that what the?
Yes.
Well, there was one before that they
The
stopped making.
RX or something?
No, it was
RC?
RC, yeah.
So they still have the RC Coupe, but it's a lot more affordable. This one starts at $92,000. So this is sort of the top end model, but we're just doing a little video walk around.
Oh, okay.
Explain
Oh, you're welcome to,
Yeah.
you know?
Oh yeah.
Well, he's a boy. He's got one.
Okay.
Looks like you're looking at your next car.
Okay, so a couple of people asked about the grille design, and we're kind of debating in the comments whether they liked it or not liked it. I really like the look of this one because it works really well with how aggressive the front end
Take
is.
care now.
Bye, guys. Not that many.
Not very many at all.
So,
She's beautiful, isn't she? I really like it. Okay.
so yeah, I really like the look of the front end. I don't really like when this spindle grille has been used on other Lexus models, things like the NX and the RX. I don't think it looks good at all. But here, I think it really works. This front end is so aggressive, and I mean, it points out here at this nose and then goes back in. I don't know if you guys can tell.
See,
on
I
the
actually don't
two-dimensional
think it
video.
looks aggressive. I feel like it's really pretty.
Yeah, it's a very smooth shape. Really cool, really small LED headlights goes around. We showed off these awesome moving wheels before. Giant brakes behind it and so on.
You mind if you take some pictures?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm gonna take some.
Okay, so I think that's a really good. Sample for us that this car really has a lot of curb appeal. So I was asking why buy this instead of an Infiniti Q60. I think this is probably the reason because.
Love her. Sorry, I wasn't even showing you the car. I was taking a picture.
All right, let's walk around to the side. So one detail that I like, when it's locked, hidden door handles, just like on a Nissan GTR or the Jaguar F-Type does the same thing. We saw how lovely that interior is before, obviously. If you come up here, you can see we've got a carbon fiber roof.
Ooh.
Looks so pretty.
So fancy. Curb appeal and bouge appeal.
I showed you guys before a little bit that the spoiler pops up electrically, like in a lot of sports cars, give you more downforce. I love the look of these taillights. It kind of recapitulates a little bit the sound.
Does that make it better? I'm sorry the wind noise is so bad, guys. Maybe what we'll do is we'll just give you guys a walk around and then we'll go talk about it inside the car.
Sure. All important trunk. I think you could easily fit a set of golf clubs across here.
The starting price is $92,000, Mateus.
Okay.
Sorry, I interrupted you.
That's all good. No, so I was just showing the trunk space is pretty reasonable, I think, compared to some sports cars like this. It's super good. I think you could probably fit golf clubs taking this car on vacation.
Okay, we're not gonna say anything. We'll just take you on a walk around and then we'll talk about it inside. Oh, we have to look at something. The engine. Something popped. Sorry, it's so windy, guys.
Ta-da!
Look at the engine.
Is everyone satisfied looking at the engine?
Does anyone, let us know if you're satisfied with this. Does it have, Ryan wants to know if it has an electric trunk.
An electric trunk release? Yeah, it doesn't pop open, but... so on the key fob, I can... Oh, my noise is terrible. I can pop that and then open the trunk like that. But it's not like a power opening like on a Mercedes or something.
Okay, let's go inside so you guys can actually hear us and get a read from the windows. Nice wheels. Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah, sorry about the wind noise. I didn't expect that we'd be inside a hurricane while we were doing this. But maybe we can go drive around a little bit more, and if you guys ask me and Lucy some questions that you have or things that you want to see, we can take a look around.
You're so welcome, Ryan. Thank you for your question. Okay, I'm gonna go and review the questions that I've been asked.
Okay.
Okay.
And we'll go drive around a little bit more, because I want to drive this car more, because I love the way it sounds and drives so far. I'm just trying to find...
Chris Smith just thinks the lower part of the front is just too much.
Oh, Chris. I do understand. It's a really aggressive design, I think, right?
Ryan asks, thoughts on seat comfort? Notice there's no thigh adjustment.
So yeah, on my side I have lumbar adjustment. These are pretty thick bolsters, but the seat's very wide, and I think that the lower bolsters are actually pretty widely spaced. I mean, I'm not the widest person ever, but I'm totally comfortable in these. They're pretty soft and squishy.
They are soft and squishy, and they're pretty. Vishnu asks, what's the center Lexus logo near the gear shifter? Is that a trackpad? Yes.
Yes, so actually this is a good time for demonstration. So to operate the infotainment system, which is up here, I think it's a 10 or 11 or 12 inch screen, you control everything off here. So when you move over a button, you feel it vibrate, haptic feedback through here, so I can definitely tell when I move over an item. But I still find it really difficult to use this while I'm driving, or to, like if I go to the radio display and I'm trying to look through these different stations and I just want to move up one or two at a time, I find it really distracting. It takes me a while to get used to it. There's voice controls too, and I'm sure if you owned this car you'd get totally used to using this system. It's just me being picky, I think.
It's a kind of pleasant noise.
Yeah, very nice chimes, really high resolution display. Everything on there looks really good.
Okay, I'm seeing your questions. Sheldon, does a spoiler pop up in the rear? Yes.
It does. Do you want to see?
Okay.
We probably have to send Lucy outside.
I'm gonna go outside so you can see the spoiler.
It pops up at speed, or I can push the button and make it go up manually to show off.
Okay. I'll give you a... Alright, go ahead. Woo! Check that. Spoiler. Ugh, if only there weren't so much wind noise, we could just... You're welcome, Sheldon. Thanks for the question. Okay, we're gonna get to your other questions. Nice. Okay, so more questions.
Just got another thumbs up from a passerby. I think we're gonna start driving.
Let's start driving.
Because I want to drive this car more. I want to hear it. And
Constantine asks, what about the driving modes? Great timed question.
if you want to zoom in on the button, we have a couple of choices here. So right now I'm in normal, which you get by pushing this, or custom, which lets me adjust all the different modes the way I want them, which I haven't played with yet. Then I have Sport S and Sport S Plus, which is the sportiest one up here.
Plus.
Comfort, and then Eco, which I would not use Eco.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna use Eco. Even though we really love the environment.
Yeah, exactly. That's why there's a hybrid version if you're concerned about saving the environment. So we're going to drive around in Sport S Plus, and it holds transmission gears pretty aggressively in that it seems to hold low gears probably more than I would if I were shifting myself. Which would be great on the racetrack or a winding road, maybe not ideal in busy Detroit.
Ryan asks, can the airbag light on the dash go out? Spoils to look.
Yeah, so that's just like a legal requirement to have that warning about the passenger airbag. I know what you're saying, that it can be annoying to have that. I don't think there's a lot we can do about it except getting some black electrical tape and throwing that on there. We want to keep Lucy safe with lots of airbags.
Let's keep, and these handles.
Yeah, she has
These great handles. Okay, who is it that asked? Mark asks horsepower and torque numbers.
Okay, so the horsepower is 471, I think, and then torque from this engine is 391. This engine's also available in the Lexus RCF and GSF, but it makes a little bit less power in those applications than it does in this one.
Welcome, Ryan.
I think it's about 4 horsepower less in the RCF. Right, everyone?
Yeah, everyone fact check us. Sheldon mentions it's got a great sound when accelerating.
Yeah, well, we're going to accelerate in a second, so we'll listen to that sound. It is a great sound, and it's interesting. It doesn't really wake up and really come alive until you've really been stepping on it. Should we go get on the highway so people can hear the sound a little bit more?
Yeah, let's do that.
I think this person, let me change lanes in front of them. And then that's probably most of what we have to show you, because unfortunately we don't have a racetrack here, but we can go get on the highway here and see what it sounds like. It's really, really quick. It's a cold day, so those rear tires are scrabbling for traction a little bit. I really like that sound when it upshifts right at full throttle toward the red line. It's a really, really raspy, snappy sound.
So fun. I love this car.
Now that we have a little bit more speed going as well, I think that the way it drives is really, really nice. I like the steering already. It's really, really quick right off center without being darty. The brake pedal's really, really good. And again, I mean, we're on highways that are usually pretty bumpy and uncomfortable, but I'm comfortable enough, even on our Sport S Plus mode.
I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
Let's go fast again.
Well, we do have other cars around us, unfortunately.
Boo.
But definitely, it's a really, really great sounding car.
Sheldon asks, what's the 0 to 60 time?
So Lexus's quoted 0 to 60 time is 4.4 seconds. Really impressive figure, right on par with what you'd want out of the Jaguar F-Type. V8 models and 911 Carrera or Carrera S are all right around that mark.
Ryan asks, does the one you're driving have the rear wheel steer?
That is a great question. I don't have the answer to that, I'm afraid, off the top of my head.
All right, Motor One team, we need some fact checking.
We'd have to look at the window sticker for this car. Like I said, this is Lucy and my first time in this car.
And it has been a phenomenal experience thus far.
Yeah, it seems like this car's design gets a ton of attention from people. I personally, as soon as it pulled up in the parking lot, I texted a photo to my friends because it looks so awesome. It's a big part of what you're paying for, I think, is this car not looking like something else. Not looking like anything else.
It's true. All right, guys. I think we're gonna pop off now.
Sorry that it was super windy outside. I hope you guys still feel like you got a good understanding of what the LC500 is and why Lucy and I like it so much so far. And yeah, if you have any more questions, let us know. Seth reviewed this car and Sebastian reviewed the hybrid, so we've got those stories on motor1.com. And yeah.
Awesome. Thank you guys for joining us. One last glance on the interior.
It's a beautiful interior.
It is a gorgeous interior. Okay. Also tomorrow we will be doing a live with some Chryslers.
Cadillacs.
Some Cadillacs. I'm sorry. I have Lexus brain right now.
Yeah, so more Facebook Live coming this week, so make sure to subscribe, and we'll see you soon.
Yes, tune in tomorrow. All right, bye guys. Thanks for